Hey, before you watch this thing, hit subscribe, would you? Do you have an approach for interviews? Because it seems like you just... It seems like if I thought you were cynical, I would think you were giving them enough rope to hang themselves. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But it seemed, because the sense I get is that you're genuinely curious and genuinely empathetic.
Totally.
And that's true.
I think so, yeah.
And so do you ever find yourself going like, you gotta fucking shut up?
Yeah, all the time.
Hurry up.
It's kind of my biggest battle is pushing through that. But sometimes I give them the rope, but I really just give them the airtime.
Yeah.
I just I'm a passive listener. But also I do these things where I call it the toddler nod, where I'll just like this. So you're not like really edging them on too hard, where you're like, fuck yeah, man, keep going. But you're not judging them. You're just kind of giving them the space to speak their mind. And
you've heard the thing that FBI pro, he was a negotiator who said the key with negotiating with terrorists is just read them back what they've said. And they're like, and most of the time they just drop the problem at that. They stop they're like, you just go, if I understand you correctly, you're mad that the government is doing this to your family, and they're like, thank you, and that it ends.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a form of that you do.
I think it's called the mirroring technique a little bit. You can get into trouble doing that sometimes. So for example, if someone is like a super hardcore Holocaust denier, I'm not going to fully mirror them because that'd be disingenuous, but I will allow them to finish their train of thought.
Even though you are a Holocaust denier, you don't want to be disingenuous.
Yeah, because if I'm like, dude, you're so right. It didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
Hollywood production. Then they like see my work after. They'll be like, that guy was lying to me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if they take it too far, you can't do the mirroring thing. But it's funny you mentioned law enforcement because cops have kind of a similar job to me. And it's funny because I'm not the most pro-cop guy, but they show up where it's popping at, do the who, what, when, where, why, speak to the person that's the most passionate, diagnose, assess, and report. So, I feel like when you go up the chain of law enforcement interrogation, you're basically just getting to better and better journalists.
Yeah, you get to, the Woodward and Bernstein, you get that. That's the good cop, bad cop of So he one guy slams the door, the other guy comes in look, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if you give it to me straight, that's funny. I wanted to talk about how you withhold judgment on your subjects.
It's not withholding. I don't have it. I don't have judgment on the subjects. Everyone's like
but you're an intelligent guy. I mean, you have a political opinion. I know you're more left than right. You believe in a social safety net. You believe in basically classic either Democratic or socialist somewhere, right?
I agree, yeah.
If somebody's there's disagreeing and there's also this person's dead wrong.
Yeah.
Do you try to have equal time within packages?
Well, it just depends because let's say I'm talking to a conspiracy theorist, right? Someone like a flat earther or someone who's really out there. I know that there's a thread of truth that pushed them off the edge. For example, the flat earthers. The earth is not flat. However, one thing they'll say is they're
also fuck you. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
They'll say for example, right? It is true that perhaps to win the Cold War in some way or gain advantage over the Soviets, there may have been some added production value in the moon landing video.
Oh, okay. So you believe, is that where people get that from?
Yeah, it's possible. I'm not saying we didn't go to the moon, but it's possible that the video and stuff like that was part of a concerted effort to beat the Soviets in the arms race. By showing
you're open to that idea. That's not beyond the pale for you.
Right. So then that's something I could probably connect with a flat earther on is what else did we do during the Cold War to make it seem like we had a leg up over the Soviets? Were we installing dictators in countries that wanted to make healthcare affordable?
Okay, then they start saying nonsense.
Well, they say, well, you know who was behind the moon landing is NASA, and you know who controls NASA, right? Israel.
Okay, yeah, I figured. Okay. You know that this person, pretty much without a shadow of a doubt, even in the modern definition of shadow and doubt, is wrong.
Well, yeah,
but you also know this is about to be entertaining.
And also, I don't know that their soul is rotten or if they're malicious. I think so that's why I'm withholding judgment of them as a person. However, I'm definitely judging their informational like literacy skills. I'm definitely thinking you don't understand how to differentiate between real information and posts made on Facebook by a crazy man.
How much patience do you have for that, though?
A lot of patience. A lot of patience.
A lot of patience.
Yeah, because
you gave the Trump on that.
I'm also entertained because it's like, wow, I really like to know how people got there. Because I'm a guy that likes to do alternative research and look into things. You know,
Yeah.
So when I'm meeting someone,
You're
I'm like,
cool. You're a cool guy.
I'm like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, okay. And then do you go, this is where I get into like, okay, is he giving them enough rope? Meaning at a certain point, it becomes entertaining.
Yeah.
Right? It like once you're going like, oh, this is a maniac. You know, if you can take a little bit of maniac and then it becomes nonsense and you have to cut away.
Yes.
So that's where when you're editing kind of on the fly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just like people too, and I connect with them. But I try not to go to. I don't do ambush interviews anymore. Meaning, like I am talking to somebody and letting them say the dumbest shit ever, so that I can put it out and people will be like, "What an idiot."
How do you get around it?
I just don't go to events where really dumb people are at.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't want to say dumb. People with low informational literacy.
Sure.
I'm not going to different UFO events across the Southwest anymore. Yeah. I would like to do it again for all gas, no brakes, though, for sure. But as opposed to like weird people who don't know what the hell's going on. Well, actually, as opposed to misinformed people for all gas 2.0, I'm just going to like do cool subcultural deep dives. Like I'm going to the Gathering of the Juggalos finally next week. I'm going to a
long time coming.
I'm going to a punk festival called Skullfest in Pittsburgh, and then I'm going to these I have a lot of cool stuff happening.
Yeah, great. You must think about exploitation a lot. Like, am I because a lot of the people are fucked up, and meaning like either they're on drugs or they're drunk. I don't even. But now having said that, I don't think they're lying.
Yeah.
And I don't. Where do you draw the line with that shit?
Well, it's like every documentary filmmaker that I look to has a different answer for that question. Like, is it worth exploiting somebody? Is it worth talking to somebody that's in like a hopeless position if what they're telling you, delivers some universal truth about that moment in time that's really important? If I interview someone who's hysterical at a crime scene, is that exploiting them in a time where they're really emotional, that they should be given space, or is that passion that they're producing important to deliver to people? And if I'm the vehicle for that can be like meaningful. It depends. One thing that I try to avoid is like hating on my younger self. You know what I mean? A lot of people get into this thing when they get older where they're like, oh man, when I was a kid, I was a piece of shit. Yeah. Like whenever I was interviewing people on acid at festivals.
Were you on acid the first time you saw Jesus?
Yes.
I was 21 years old.
And you were on acid yourself probably half the time.
Yeah, and I didn't feel bad about it at all. Would I do it again? Would I go back now as a 28-year-old man to a party strip like 6th Street in Austin or Bourbon Street and go ask random people what's the freakiest shit you ever done? No. But I'm not going to pretend like, I had some huge moral conflict about that drove me into politics.
Also, didn't you do like a glory hole not long ago?
It must have been a long time ago.
No. I don't mean like a glory hole.
No.
Like,
I've never been in a glory hole in general. I'm saying
I don't think they exist.
I filmed Folsom Street Fair, which had a piss pool.
Does it feel degrading at all?
There's a deliciousness to being degraded.
There was something I saw where you had a camera set up for like public confession pretty recently.
That was at Super Chief Gallery in downtown LA, and that was like a filmed confessional.
I one of my friend's boyfriends.
It wasn't a hidden camera.
No. I know it was, but it was a film confessional, and it was like...
Yeah. That was like a return to form experiment. But I wasn't asking people. It was kind of sort of a experiment to talk about
I think they understood.
The things that people will say for attention.
Got it.
The underlying thing is like people are willing to tell the world the worst thing they've ever done because the trade-off is like I'll get attention for it even though it's at the expense of me being shamed for what I'm saying.
Where are you on that as Americans? I mean, it seems like the younger someone is, the more willing to do it they are.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's also as I'm getting older, like I'm just changing. I'm becoming more mature, and the kind of things that I liked covering before, I have a hard time doing now. Okay.
Well, what's your hierarchy of, I don't want to say importance, but like you were somewhere quickly recently. I mean, by the way, I was going to tell you, you can't stay at nice hotels because the minute you do, you must only stay at like Motel 6, like
one Holiday. Time I stayed at like the Four Seasons in Vegas.
You
which
can't
is
do
like,
that.
Well, I did it for like a week, and it didn't feel right.
Well, also because when you go back, it's gonna feel like hell.
Yeah.
You just have to like wait till your 30th birthday or something.
Not to mention, like, they treat you like shit when you're, acquiring luxury services when you're a kid. Like, I remember when I was 23, I tried to stay at this like super 5-star hotel in Seattle, and they thought I was like some rich asshole with like wealthy parents, or they thought I was a credit card scammer.
Right.
So they would run my name and just treat me with like disdain. I can't rent a luxury car, a first class seat. Can't buy a first class ticket without people kind of shading me.
Yeah.
Now it's going away, but that's why I can't wait to be 30, and why I wish I had facial hair.
Keep at it, kid.
Ageism is real. I can't imagine being like a 21-year-old.
You have no idea the respect I get. No, you never really get respect.
Fuck,
I don't think. In my experience, you don't ever really get respect.
So I'm not going to turn 40 and people like respect me?
Sir, no.
Why?
Because people, by the way, if you're in like first class or something,
yeah,
people don't like you. People are just giving you the evil eye on the way in. Someone hit me with a bag of trash one time, and I was on her side. I'm sitting in first class, and she bopped me, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah,
I totally get like the urge. Anyway, what I was gonna say. Okay, so the hierarchy of importance. Where did you just go? You were somewhere like in the last 10 days where it was like on the ground quickly.
Could have been Albuquerque. Could have been Hunter Biden interview.
Well, Hunter, but weren't you just in Tijuana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dangerous in Mexico.
Or Albuquerque, you just did the pills thing.
When is it incumbent upon us as a society to help people who can't help themselves? We got to think of it in those terms. Otherwise, we're just stepping on our own dick.
What's your hierarchy of importance?
Well, I care about the drug crisis. Immigration and homelessness is also important. A lot of it's informed by just the things I saw growing up between Seattle and Philadelphia. So that kind of stuff too. But also, like, I'm relaunching All Gas No Breaks. We're filming like a new episode every week so we can come out with an episode all the time. Our goal is to come out with an episode every week in 2026 for All Gas No Breaks. And for that particular show, I'm looking for a semi-return to form, like subculture deep dives, less politically motivated stuff.
Is that for your own sanity, or
it's just for sanity, and it's just like more fun for me. I like the idea of being able to do two things. Put my serious hat on and, put this suit on and hit the RV. Like, we just went to an adult baby gathering.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it was just like a bunch of adults and it's pretty self-explanatory.
Figure it out. Quit it with the, what is it? Hold on, let me look it up. This is going to be worth it. Quit it with the avoidant attachment style. Just hit it. Don't you want me to feel good? Subscribe.